Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So here is the third episode of my ethics series, and some of you asked me to make a video on organ donation. So this video we're gonna discuss 4 questions related to organ donation. So hopefully you find it useful, and let me know what you think in the comments. All right, let's get started. Okay, so the first question says, a couple comes to see you after having tried in vitro fertilization and artificial insemination. So obviously they've been trying to conceive. They're very happy because they have recently been successful in giving birth to a child. They have a significant amount of leftover sperm, eggs, and some fertilized gametes, embryos, and they're thinking about selling them. All right, so what do we have here? We have sperm, we have eggs, and we have fertilized gametes or embryos. It's the same. Whether it's a fertilized gamete, it's the same as an embryo, as in that it has already produced a product like a fetus or an embryo, like it has already been fertilized, is different from a single gamete that is either an egg or a sperm. There's a difference. Like it has already formed a zygote. That's the thing. So, which of these is ethical to sell, or at least legal to sell, and which is illegal? So, there's a difference between sell and donate, right? You can essentially donate anything. Like you can donate your eggs, you can donate sperm, and you can also donate the embryo, or also known as fertilized gamete, right? Now, which of these can you sell is the difference. So can you sell eggs? Oh yes, you can sell eggs and you can sell sperm, but you cannot sell a fertilized gamete. And here is where the problem comes. It is illegal to sell fertilized gamete because it's essentially a zygote. So it's a human being. You're essentially selling a baby. It's as if you're selling a baby. And so that is currently illegal. So it makes no difference whether it's an egg or a sperm, so both can be sold as well as donated, but the embryo or fertilized gametes cannot be sold. They can only be donated, but they can't be sold. And so it is legal to sell both the sperm and the eggs, but not the embryos. And so the correct answer is C. All right, moving on to the next question. You are a fourth-year medical student with a patient who has been in a severe motor vehicle accident. The patient has a subdural hematoma that led to cerebral herniation before it could be drained, which means this patient is essentially dead because he has cerebral herniation. Over the last few days, the patient has lost all brainstem reflexes and is now brain dead. Okay, so he's announced brain dead. You have the closest relationship with the family of anyone on the team. So of all the people on the medical team, you are the one who's closest to this patient's family. All right. The ventilator is to be removed soon because obviously if the person is brain dead, you just remove the ventilator anyways. Now, an organ donation is considered. Now, who should ask for consent for organ donation in this case? Who should go to the family and tell them, okay, so your whoever, for say for example your dad is dead and we have to remove him off the ventilator, so we're gonna ask the family for consent. Do you agree that we harvest some of his organs for donation? So who's gonna do this talk? That's what the question is essentially asking. So is it you because you're the one closest to his family? Probably. Like, is it you because you're the person the best relationship with the family, or is it the resident because you're just a student, or the attending of record, the attending physician, or the hospital administration, Like, are they going to do that with each patient? Like, imagine the hospital administration coming every time for every patient who's dying. Or the organ donor network. Now, if you notice something, that whether you as a medical student or the resident or the attending of record or even the hospital administration, all these are considered part of the medical team. And the medical team should be viewed by the family as as people who are trying to conserve the life of the patient as much as they can, and not as people who want to harvest organs. So sometimes family members actually, when they don't think rationally because they're in grief, because essentially their family member is dying, they might think that you as a medical student or a resident or attending physician, any one of the medical team, are just taking removing the patient off the ventilator just to harvest organs. That's what they might think, unfortunately. So you cannot disturb that image of the medical staff as people who just want to harvest organs. Unfortunately, we can't shift that image like right away. Oh, after the patient is dead, I just don't care and I'm gonna take his organs. So we need to preserve this image of the medical team. That's number one. And so we would like the organ donor network to do this talk. And there's actually another better reason for that, which is obviously that they're going to do a better job at convincing the family to consent to organ donation. And hopefully we're going to get more organs to be donated, obviously, for people who need it. And so the organ donor network can do a better job in that than you or attending physicians or anyone. Okay, so that is why no one of the medical team that was caring for the patient should ever be the one who's asking for consent for organ donation. All right. Moving on to the next question. A 50-year-old male gambler owes money to everyone and is seeking a rapid source of cash. So this guy needs cash, all right? He answers an advertisement in a foreign newspaper, okay, offering $30,000 for one of his kidneys. He comes to see you for medical evaluation prior to the approval to be a donor. So he essentially he got that idea that, oh, I might actually donate one of my kidneys and get $30,000 to pay for my debt. All right. So what should you tell him? Now, you gotta understand, guys, that selling organs is unethical. Okay. So in the United States, I think it's illegal too. So in the United States, you cannot sell your organs. Okay. So regardless of what other foreign countries think, if it's unethical in the United States, then you can't do it. You can't go ahead and do it in another country just because it's ethical there or probably legal there. I don't know. But right now, you should follow the rules of the United States, and so it is unethical to sell your organs. So he can't do that, right? Now, why do you think it's unethical to sell the organs? Obviously, because there's already a shortage. There's already a severe shortage, actually, of proper organs for transplantation. And so if we make this legal, or if we make the fact that selling your organs is if we make this normal, okay, then the organs will always come in the hand of that who is wealthier and not that who needs it the most or that who is the best match. Okay, so a poor person might actually be the best match for that organ, but he or she might not have the money to pay, right? And so if we legalize that, it's gonna be there's gonna be a lot of social imbalance, like social status. It was all gonna be skewed towards those people who are richer, or those who are gonna get the organs because they can pay. So you can see here what chaos it will be causing, which is why it's probably illegal right now. And so you should tell him that you can't accept money, you can't actually accept money for donation of your organs directly, but reimbursement for cost of travel and lodging. Since this is a foreign country, he's gonna travel in order to he's gonna pay money for travel, and he's gonna pay money to stay somewhere in this country while in waiting for his organs to be donated. And so that can be reimbursed, and we can actually compensate him for this. So that is okay, but so this is acceptable. Profiting from the donation is unacceptable. So you can't get paid for your kidney. You can't get cash for an organ. That's the thing. And if it's unethical in the United States, I can't accept any other choice that says, well, because it's a foreign country, then it's acceptable if the foreign country legalized that. No. If it's unethical in the United States, you can't go ahead and do it in another country. Okay, so yeah, we can reimburse you for travel and lodging for the donation, but you can't get cash for the organs. So profiting from the donation is unacceptable. All right, last question. A man arrives at the emergency department on a ventilator after an accident. He is brain dead by all criteria. So right now he's brain dead, and probably I'm thinking this question is gonna jump in and ask me about organ donation. So yeah, he has an organ donor card in his wallet indicating his desire to donate. So he has like showed a wish of actually wanting to donate before he dies. Like the ones on your ID, sometimes on your ID they ask you if you want to be an organ donor, and I actually said yes one time. So this is one example here. The organ donor team contacts the family. The family refuses to sign consent for the donation. So which opinion overrules? Is it that of the family, or is it of the organ donor card? Now, if we would disregard the family's opinion, then there is no use asking them in the first place, right? So if we're just gonna follow whatever is written on the organ donor card, then why ask the family if you're gonna do what the organ donor card says? There is a reason and there is a point of asking the family, which is that the family's opinion in this matter in particular overrules whatever is on the organ donor card. Which means that even if the organ donor card says yes, that the patient has expressed his wishes before dying, that yes, he wants to donate, yet if the family says no, then it's no. Okay, so you have to honor the family's wishes, and no donation should happen. So removing the organs anyway would be disrespecting the family's opinion, and so there is no point asking them in the first place if you're gonna if you are not gonna follow their opinion, right? Wait for the patient's heart to stop and remove the organs. If they're brain dead, they are dead. We in the United States do not count death as cardiopulmonary death. We count it as brain death. Okay. So waiting for the heart to stop is actually illogical. So apart from the fact that he's already brain dead, would be the fact that if the heart stops, the organs are no longer viable anyway, guys, right? So we actually don't want the heart to stop because we need the organs to stay perfused. So yeah, stop the ventilator and remove the organs. Again, same idea, organs will not be viable if I do that. And seek a court order to overrule the family. Are you oh my god, are you part of organ donor networks? I assume here it's a physician, right? Or you, okay, so you are a resident or whatever. So you're gonna force the family to allow organ donation? No, of course not. Okay, so honor the wishes of the family, no donation. And so the take-home message here is that the family's opinion overrules whatever is on the organ donor card. This is probably one of the few situations where the family's opinion overrules what the patient has expressed before their death, right? Alright guys, so I hope you liked this video, and don't forget to subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments. Alright, thank you so much for watching.